between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Keep playing hard.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's see what you got.
They go play action now. Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
54, right there, 54.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check 52.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. 12. Give me some. Watch the ship.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Well, he's going to go for it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script.
It got his man complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wilson now to throw again. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Green 80. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the back.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up. Alert 3, alert 3.
Now Haskins on first down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Vance McDonald there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it first and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Mike, 380.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They run again on first down. Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on second and 8. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 42.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Now Wilson, he's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson forced out to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Wilson to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
They'll try again with Chubb, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Such a long drive here. 3 points, that would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Redskins take over.
Let's go,
1st and 10
let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Coming after you. Mark 55, Mark 55. Let's go, let's go. 55's Mike, guys.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Switch out. Switch.
Looking to throw, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Haskins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Watch twist.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, this is Geis. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful division. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Vita Vea able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
And now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Check 33. 33. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Yo, pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vance McDonald with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, 55. Right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Right there.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack of the night. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. All day. Just like that.
Throwing on third and long. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
59. Alert.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the safety screen.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up fourth. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over first and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he comes back with one complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Haskins to throw it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run with Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And he's got his man on the out route. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
At the 46-yard line.
Check 26.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw again, Haskins. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wilson, going to throw again, eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Wilson buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Seahawks on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Ready? Come on, guy 55. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that neutral in focus.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
33. Hey, that QB's trash. That's good.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. Flush to his right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
380.
Here's Wilson. A beautiful fake. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, alert. Big stop. Let's go.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Check. No. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, look 3.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. This complete to Lockett. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Redskins scoop it.
One of my favorite expressions is that fortune favors the bold. This seems foolhardy, though.
Oh, it seems very foolhardy. All you had to do was kick the PAT, extend the game.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense there, did it? I mean, I just don't get that at all because the risk-reward, it just wasn't there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range range, or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot for Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.